Lightly sketch your fish on a piece of paper. Your lines should be super light, like I should barely be able to see them if I'm standing from far away. Make sure the fish's nose is close to one end of the paper and the fish's tail is close to the other end of the paper. It should be positioned horizontally, and you can use your image in your Google Classroom as well as your sketches from the previous classes as a visual reference. Couple of things I want y'all to notice. I am using these watercolor pencils. They're awesome. You'll love them. I didn't put any detail at all. No texture, no eyes, no gills, no lines, no scales, just basically the outlines of the fish. I am going super light with blues and greens and browns, and I am just kind of looking for places where I see those colors on the fish and coloring them in really lightly, and I'm going to start adding layers of more color. Okay, so I did this super fast. Y'all's is going to be so much better looking than mine because you're going to take your time. But basically, I've got all my colors here. Just pretend like you're looking at that image of the fish without any kind of scales or speckles or anything. You're just kind of stripping it down and looking at that base layer of color. That's how I want you to apply your watercolor pencils. Color lightly, layer your colors. Don't color super dark. You'll notice I don't have like any really heavy strokes on it. You don't want to leave a bunch of residue. I'm going to try and hold it under the light so y'all can see it better. But that's kind of what it looks like after you get some color on it. This is the fun part, y'all. Get you some water. Get you a clean paintbrush, right? Nice clean paintbrush and some water. Apply the paint or the water to your colored pencil, and it's going to activate the watercolor in the pencil and blend those colors together. Make sure, isn't that pretty? Look, it looks like paints now. Make sure that you kind of rinse your brush off before you start painting like a different section. Like now I'm painting this kind of yellow, and I just wanted to rinse my brush off before I got some of that blue into the yellow, because I do want the colors to blend, but I don't want to like over mix them and make it look muddy. So I rinsed my brush off, and now I'm going to kind of go into this kind of pinky red area, and I'm going to go down here to the fish's mouth. This is fun. Okay, so I am going to paint the rest of this real quick. This is kind of what the fish looks like after I blended all of that watercolor pencil with just a clean, wet paintbrush. We are going to let this dry, and then next class we'll talk about how to layer on texture and layer on details and get all those fine lines to make this fish look so good and excellent. And I'm excited to see y'all's work.